Good evening, everyone. Jesus passed through towns and villages, teaching as he went and making his way to Jerusalem. Someone asked him, "Lord, will only a few people be saved?" He answered them, "Strive to enter through the narrow gate. For many, I tell you, will attempt to enter but will not be strong enough." Luke 13 verses 22 to 24. The context of this passage provides insight into Jesus' mission and his concern for each and every person. Note that Jesus was traveling towards the large and populous city of Jerusalem. But as he traveled, he passed through towns and villages and taught the people as he went. This might seem like a small detail, but it is also a significant one. A city like Jerusalem was large and often had wealthy, influential, and important people. The less populated towns had borders and often some form of local government. Villages were much smaller, rural areas, often made up of poorer, less educated, less influential, and simpler people. One historian, Josephus, wrote that there were about 240 villages throughout Galilee at the time Jesus lived. It's interesting to note that Jesus wanted to teach everyone. He didn't care if they were wealthy and powerful people in the large city or peasant farmers and shepherds from the countryside. His mission was to all. One thing this teaches us is that we also must have love and concern for everyone, regardless of their social status. Each and every person is equal in dignity, from the president of a large country to the beggar in an alleyway. Everyone deserves our respect and attention in an equal way. Our fallen human nature experiences various forms of temptation. Among them are temptations for riches, power, and prestige. For that reason, we tend to admire those who have obtained worldly success because they want it for ourselves. As a result, we tend to show greater respect for those who have achieved what we covet and give less attention to those who do not have that success. This, of course, goes to the heart of the problem. When you think about the people whom you have encountered recently, what comes to mind? Perhaps your encounter was to read about someone's great success in the financial world, or perhaps it was to read about someone's demise in another way. Perhaps a neighbor has done well and purchased a new car, or a friend got fired from a job. Whatever the case may be, it is important to consider the level of personal respect and love you show for each person. It must be equal. Worldly status cannot determine how we treat others. This is hard to avoid. The teaching that Jesus gave to those in the towns and villages was an exhortation to holiness. Strive to enter through the narrow gate, for many, I tell you, will attempt to enter but will not be strong enough. And at the end of today's gospel, Jesus says, "For behold, some are last who will be first, and some are first who will be last." The latter statement must have especially resonated with those who felt somewhat insignificant and unimportant in life. Those who felt like they were lost would have received a certain hope. This tells us that God never measured us by our success from a worldly standpoint. He measures us only in the level of our fidelity to His will. Reflect today upon how you look at all people. Do you see every person in the way that God sees them? Do you see everyone with equal dignity and worth? Or do you elevate those whom you envy and whose success you covet? Seek to eliminate all worldly ways of looking at others so that you will only look at others through the lens of their dignity and fidelity to the will of God. And God bless you.
Nandito po tayo ngayon sa 21 linggo ng karaniwang panahon. Pagsikapan ninyong makapasok sa makipot na pintuan. Ito po ang tema at panyayating Panginoon sa linggo ito. Hindi po ba kataka-taka ang naging tugon nating Panginoon nang siya'y tinanong, Panginoon, marami ba ang maliligtas? Sabi nga, sa pagpasok ng kanila ng Diyos, meron pong extra effort. Eka nga. Tinatantya po ng Panginoon ang ating pagsusumikap. Papaano po tayo pumasok sa kanila ng Diyos sa makipot na pintuan. Itinuturo po sa ating Panginoon na habang ang kaligtasan ay inihahain sa lahat, kalakip nito ang responsibilidad na tahakin ang makipot na lagusan. Alalawang bagay, ang kaligtasan ay nasa pagtahak sa daan. Ayon po sa Ebreo, isa itong disiplina, isang paraan ng ating pamumuhay. Nasa patuloy na pagpapalalim ito ng pakikipag-ugnayan sa Diyos at kapwa. Dito tayo makikilala ng pinuno ng sambahayan ayon sa talinghaga na Jesus. Ang kaharian ng Diyos, ang kaganapan ng pagliligtas ng Diyos sa pamamagitan ng kanyang anak na si Jesus. Inahalintulad ito ni Jesus na siya ang makipot at makitid na daan tungo sa tunay at wagas na kaligtasan sa buhay. Nagpapalaya at nagpapaginhawa ang kaharian ng Diyos. Kaya naman, ang tumatak sa landas ng kaligtasan ay nagpapalaya at nagpapaginhawa rin ng iba. Kahit po ay natin may tatatwa na napakahirap. Mga kapatid sa pananampalataya, ang panyaya po ng ating Panginoon sa pamamagitan ng ating mga pagbasa sa linggong ito ay upang kilatisin at pagnilayan ang paraan natin sa tahak ng landas ng kaligtasan. Tahasan ba nating niyayakap ang panyaya upang maging radikal sa tugon na Ebanghelyo? sa tugon na magiging tapat, sa tugon na maging committed, sa tugon na maging tunay at totoo sa kanyang panyaya. Ika nga po, napakahirap pasukin ang makitid na daan o lagusan. Subalit po, sa biyaya ng Diyos, wala pong imposible. Tahasan na nating ibuwis. Tahasan na nating italaga. Tahasan nating iaalay ating sarili sa Kanya, kahit paman sa ating mga kahinaan, kapalpakan,